Good morning or good afternoon, depending on what time you are viewing this. It is September 13th. Yes, September 13th. Okay, we're going to read the morning one. We are here with moments of peace in the presence of God. God knows why. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one can come to the Father except through me, which is John 14, verse 6. Whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, "This is the way, walk in it," which is Isaiah 30, verse 21. Imagine riding on a train through a difficult mountain passage. A lot of things could happen to the train. At the most, it could derail and bring great harm to you. At the least, you might be late for an important appointment. I almost stuttered. But you are not worried because your best friend is the engineer. Everything will be right because he knows the way to where you are going and knows how to get you there. When you become friends with God, you develop confidence in Him. You have faith that He understands where you need to go and knows how to get you there. God is in charge, and everything is all right. When you travel with God, don't worry. You won't get lost. God knows the way. Okay, and today's thought that you should meditate on: Dear God, thank you for showing me the way and going with me in it. Amen. Oh, okay. So I want to talk about something, okay? One of the first times that I had gotten arrested, okay, in the town I used to live in. I got arrested, and I was in treatment when I got arrested, okay? They sent me to jail, obviously. Sent me to jail. It's fine. Whatever. So, when I got out of jail, let's talk about that, right? Because when I got out of jail, I had nowhere to go. I didn't want to go back to the old people and places and things. So I walked across the town because I was in jail in a town that I had family that lived in. Now, with that being said, I burnt every bridge, okay? I did a lot of damage in my active addiction. And I don't say that to brag. I'm not proud of it. Okay, I'm saying this because I want you to kind of know where I came from. Anyways, I walked across town to my aunt's house. She was not home. My cousin was home. She was actually cooking pizza for her toddler at the time. And she let me stay. She let me eat lunch. She gave me a soda. I drank that. And then I was on my way. Where was I going? Because like I said, I had nowhere to go. I had no one to turn to. Where I was going was the only option. Was where I was living, was with my sister in Portsmouth, okay? Washington Courthouse, Ohio is where I was, okay? And I walked from there with the plan, with the intention to walk all the way to Portsmouth. Didn't make it that far. I walked, okay? The only thing I had on me was my shoes that were too small. I had a pair of basketball shorts, a tank top, and a t-shirt. And before I left Courthouse, I stopped at Subway, which is right in front of Walmart. I stopped there. Well, was it Subway? I stopped, maybe it was McDonald's. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I don't think it was Subway. I think it was McDonald's. And I went in and I took my t-shirt and I asked for water at the store that I was at. Doesn't matter, the store. Asked for a glass of water. He gave me a glass of water. And I took my t-shirt because it was really hot out. So I took my t-shirt in the bathroom and I put it in the sink and I filled it up with cold water, soaked my shirt, wrung it out real good, and I draped it around my shoulders to help keep me cool on my walk. Okay? And I just start walking. And as I'm walking down the highway, which mind you is illegal to walk down the highway and it is illegal to hitchhike on the highway. Okay? So either way, I was doing something wrong. But I had no other option. I had nowhere else to go. I had nowhere else to turn. Okay, so on this walk, from Courthouse to Chillicothe, which is where I made it. I kept praying. It was like an open line of communication with God, and I just kept praying and praying and praying and praying, and talking to him about what was going on, what had transpired in my life up until that point, how I was going to move forward, the thoughts I needed to think, the mindset that I needed to inherit, okay? And I kept praying. I'd get so far and I'd be like, God, I don't think I can make it much further. My feet are hurting. My blisters have blisters. My back is hurting. I just want to be done. I just want to lay down. I'm tired. And I asked for a sign, right? I asked for a sign, and God gave me a sign. The first thing I saw on the side of the road when I was close to Chillicothe was a box of crackers, unopened, unscathed. So I keep walking. Next is, I asked for another sign. There's a loaf of bread, unopened, whole, on the side of the road. And 2 signs weren't enough, right? 2 signs weren't enough for me, so I asked for a third sign. But this time, I didn't ask for a sign. I asked for a person to pick me up and take me the rest of the way, because I didn't think I could walk any further. I am here to tell you that God hears your cries, and he knows the way. You just have to follow. You just have to follow, and you just have to believe. Okay, so anyways, the third thing I asked for was the person. Next thing I know, there's a semi truck pulled over on the side of the road. And guess what? He is a man of God. And he's also in recovery. And he picked me up, and he thought he was going to be able to teach me a thing or two. Do you know what he said to me? Kayla, you are so wise for your age. You already know so much about so many different things. He said, you're headed in the right direction. Just don't lose hope. And you know, goosebumps. Do you know, I still had doubt in my mind, because at this point I'm still like obsessing over people in the past and things, and what could make my life better, what could make it worse, all these different things, right? Just swirling around my head. And I met someone it just was perfect. Okay, he drops me off in the middle of Portsmouth. He's going this way. I'm going this way. And so I'm walking, and I meet this guy, and he has a spiritual book for literally every single thing I had been going through. God knows the way. God knows the way. He's just waiting for you to open your heart and your mind and to allow him to work through you. I love you guys so much. Have a great day. I've got to go. I'm late. Bye.